Hey guys, welcome to the fashion edit of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11 reunion looks. So I was bored and I always wanted to learn how to use Photoshop. I've been learning for a while now, and you're going to see by these photos that I still don't know a damn thing, right? But I decided to edit some of these looks from the Housewives because I felt, I don't know, Beverly Hills, when it comes to the reunions, I'm always sort of disappointed by their looks, because these are supposed to be the fashion queens, right? And then when they show up, it's like, it's not terrible, but I feel like they could give me a little bit more. And this season was no different. These looks were kind of, So I decided to zhuzh them up a little bit. I may have made them worse, so you guys comment down below and tell me what you think. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's start with the Queen Bee, Kyle Richards. Her dress and her entire look, it's not bad or anything. She looks good. I think she's in her 50s and she looks absolutely amazing. It's just that this is the reunion. And it's a little bit meh. And I feel like the look is a little bit young for her. I hate to say that. It sounds silly to say, but that's how it's coming off, with the hair and all the clips. And then the dress is kind of short in combination with the boob cleavage. It's a little too much. Oddly enough, it's really giving me Dorit. Not really, because Dorit is a little bit more extra than that. But remember that season where Dorit had a bunch of clips in her head? Well, Kyle took inspiration from that. And I don't necessarily mind that. This look isn't terrible, but it's not really giving me much. In terms of my edit, I didn't really give much in my edit because I don't really know how to do much. So I don't want to overwhelm myself, so I did a very simple edit of just adding a couple of inches to the dress where it's falling just a bit above her knee. I just, in my personal opinion, if you're going to give a little bit, if you're going to show skin somewhere else, then maybe you need to not cover up, but be a bit more conservative in other areas, sort of to balance out the look. So I think if you're going to give a boob cleavage, right? Or a cutout window for your boobs. I don't know what you would call that exactly. But if you're going to do that, then maybe the dress should be a little bit longer. So it can be a bit more classy, because after all, this isn't a cocktail party. This is the reunion, right? Even though they are sitting down, so you're not really going to see their legs like that. But I felt like the dress could be a little bit shorter. I'm looking at the two, and I don't think I necessarily improved the dress. What do you guys think? Does it look better with a couple of more inches? I don't know. I really don't know. And how's my Photoshop? Is it terrible? Now, I need you guys to squint. Don't zoom in. Don't look too close. Just squint and move far away from the screen. It almost looks believable. Next. Now, let's move on to this season's villain, Erika Jayne. Okay. This is another one where I'm going to need you to squint and back away from your screen. I understand with my edit, I didn't get the color of the dress quite right. But give me a little bit of grace. You saw what I was trying to do with this one. Let's look at Erika's original look. I don't know. Yet again, Erika is a fashion lady, okay? The fashion lady of the night. And I was expecting her to do a little bit more. And I noticed this is a consistent thing with Erika when it comes to the reunion. She doesn't look bad by any means, but her reunion looks tend to be a little bit basic for me. she has a lot more better looks during the season. So when she shows up to the reunion in this, I guess, silk pink number, it's not a bad look. It's just kind of boring. Is it just me? It's like, yeah, it's like I expected more from her. Things I personally don't like about this dress, and at the end of the day, it's my opinion. Well, one, it's not that I don't like this dress. It's that I don't really think this is a reunion dress. I think she wore more dressy things during the season. Like, if you were just going to a party, this dress would be beautiful, but not for a reunion. One, I don't like how short it is. I don't. You know, I don't like the cut of the bottom of the dress. I don't, and this is a weird pet peeve, and I know I'm about to be hypocritical right now because if you look at my edit, the colors are not matching. But I hate when people try to do a monochromatic look, right, which she has done with the shoe, but then the shoe is not the same shade of pink as the dress. I know I'm nitpicking, but it's just like, if you're gonna wear a monochromatic look, have it be in the same shade. I don't know. It just, in a weird way, it bugs me that the shoe is a different shade of pink. I know it's petty, but overall, her hair looks nice. Her makeup looks nice. She looks great, but it's kind of So my edit, I would have loved for this dress to be more of a gown. Because it's the reunion, and I guess it's overdone with the ladies wearing gowns during the reunion. So I get that you want to do something differently, but I think this dress would have looked absolutely stunning as a ball gown, as a full-length dress. Like, I think it would have been divine, and it would have stand out more. Maybe I didn't make a slit, but I think if the dress maybe had like a long slit where the ruching is, the slit goes all the way up there, and that would have been beautiful too, right? So that way, if you want to show off a bit of leg, you can show off a bit of leg, you can show off the shoe as well. So a slit would have been definitely a nice addition, and that would have gave it the va-va-voom. And I think it would have fit more of the inspiration, I guess, the 50s pinup girl, like, glam. I don't know. Clearly, I do not have the references. But that's my edit. What do you guys think? Did I make it worse? Do you guys like the original? Now let's move on to season darling Sutton. For this one, I'm gonna need y'all to back way, 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 way up from the screen and squint your eyes, okay? Because I know this is very sloppily done, but the fabric was difficult, okay? There was a lot of ruching and things of that nature, and lack of skill on my part. For Sutton's original look, to me, it literally looks like you just took a bed sheet and she tied it up to the side. It's not a terrible shape for her, right? But it's not doing much. It's pretty much shapeless. But you can see Sutton is very tiny, right? And she does have a thicker midsection and smaller legs. So I guess the dress was sort of meant to add more volume to her figure, but I don't know. It's not even the shape of it. It's just the way it's constructed. It literally looks like I said, someone took a bedsheet. The fabric looks like a bedsheet fabric to me. It's not really doing anything for her, and I hate this color. I know this is very personal, right? But I'm not a big fan of this blue. What would you call this type of blue? It's a bluey blue, and I'm not a fan of a bluey blue. And I don't like the earrings in combination with it. In the picture, I didn't like the earrings, but then when I was watching the reunion, the earrings definitely look better in motion, right? But I don't really think they match the dress. I think this look is doing absolutely nothing for her. And I'm pretty disappointed. Like I said, Beverly Hills is supposed to be, the fashion franchise. And Sutton is a fashion girl. And she isn't really giving me much of anything at all. So now when it comes to my edit, like I said, you need to squint a lot, okay? But you get what I was trying to do. I'm not that skilled, so I can't revamp this dress that much, right? Like, I don't think any more length should be added to it, or else she's gonna get swallowed up by it. I do like her collarbone is showing and everything like that, and so I wouldn't add any like sleeves or shoulder pads or anything like that. So the only thing that I really thought of changing was the color. And for this year, did they have a color theme? Because it seemed like they were all wearing different colors, right? They weren't very matchy. I think maybe they learned from Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't know if you guys watched last season, their reunion where everyone had to wear yellow. And yellow doesn't work for everybody. Not all colors work for everybody, right? So this year it seemed like they kind of had them wear whatever color they want. So I think that, in my opinion, this dress would have looked better if it was the lavender. I think it looks better with her blonde hair. It looked better with her skin. And it matches the earrings a lot better. I don't know. I don't like that blue. It's just there. Maybe I'm biased because I don't like that color and I love lavender, so I decided to put her in a lavender color. What do you guys think? Do you prefer it in the blue or the lavender? Okay, now don't pay attention to my creases and my folds, just the color, right? Which one do you like? So now let's move on to the lady that we all love to hate, Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna, I love purple, and I think she likes purple too, and purple looks absolutely stunning on her. I loved her hair. It's nice when she switches things up, and I love her makeup. I don't like Rinna, but I can't lie, she does look good. Her outfit, it's alright. The dress is alright. It's not terrible. And with the matching tights, with the same sort of texture, I mean, it's been done. It's been done, and that's the look she's going for. I don't know if I'm crazy about that sort of matching tights, matching dress or skirt or whatever. I think Marlo she didn't wear something like this, but I remember she was on Watch What Happens Live, and she was wearing like a Fendi skirt, and then she had Fendi tights, so I can understand what she was going for. So I'm not going to change that up so much. I don't know if I'm a great fan of it, but I can appreciate what she's trying to do. And I think the shape of the dress looks nice, and it looks nice on her. And I love the color. The only thing that I really don't like is the shoes and that sort of sparkly tip. I don't know. I didn't like that at all. My edit was not much of an edit, but I think it would have looked better if it was just kind of a solid purple shoe. Maybe even, now I don't know how this would look in real life, but if she got like a purple shiny sort of latex booty, would have looked nice. Something that was very tight around the ankles. I don't know, would that work? Something that, like, if you're gonna do the whole matchy thing, it's like you might as well run the theme all the way down to the shoe. Why break it up with a sparkly tip? I don't feel like it goes with the look. That's just my opinion. Now, I don't know if I improved the look very much, but I just don't like the shoe. Is it just me? I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, this is another one. I think they're all like this, but especially with this one. You don't need to move too far back, but you just need to really squint your eyes a lot. If you squint your eyes a lot, you can kind of see what I was trying to do. Crystal. Now, if you watch the season, we've all heard Crystal saying that her style is a bit conservative. She doesn't like to show too much skin. And that is reflected by this dress. This dress is very bland. It's not an ugly dress at all, but this is, I don't know, this is a dress maybe you would wear to the office. Maybe with a different shoe. I don't know. Like, this is not something, when I think of Housewives reunion, this dress does not pop up in my mind. Like, it's not really doing anything for her. And she has such a nice figure. I wish, like, she would show it off a little bit more. And just like with Kyle, where I'm like, okay, if you're going to show the boob cutout or the boob window thing, then maybe make the cut of the dress a little bit longer. And the same thing sort of applies with Crystal. Like, okay, if you're going to wear a dress with a longer cut, maybe show off your arms, maybe have a little bit of cleavage, but it's like your arms covered, the dress is kind of long, and there's really no cleavage going on, which is not, there's nothing really wrong with that. But then on top of that, the fabric of the dress is pretty plain. It's not sparkly, it's not silky, there's no like sort of accessories going on in the dress. You know, maybe if it had buttons going down the middle, like diamond or crystal buttons going down the middle, like some sort of ornament or decoration to sort of break up the dress a little bit. It's just a plain burgundy dress, and I'm not too sure if I'm a big fan of the color of the dress anyways, so it's just pretty you know. So I think I made the dress worse on this one for sure, and some of you guys are thinking, well, you know, you kind of made it worse in all of them. But what I did, you know, I made the dress a little bit longer. I played around with like the hem of the dress. I kind of made it flare out a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. I recreated the same shape with the sleeves. I turned the dress into a short sleeves. I know her arms are looking hella crazy right now, but I feel like the dress should have been short sleeves. And I flared out the shoulders a bit. Well, the sleeve of the shoulder to kind of make it a bit more interesting. And, you know, I added a little V cut, you know, so we can get a little bit of cleavage to create a little bit, you know, a little bit more shape, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. This is the reunion. And I definitely think if she was sitting down, I don't know. I think my cut is flattering. Ignore the quality of my editing, but I don't know which one. Did I make it worse? Did I make it better? I don't know. I kind of like what I did. I like my dress a little bit better on this one, I'm not gonna lie. Now on to Garcelle, the girl we're all rooting for. I think she had the worst look. Did she have the worst look? Let me have a moment. Yeah, I think she had the worst look. It wasn't just the dress for me. The hair was alright. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't anything interesting. The makeup, I really didn't like her makeup. I didn't like the color of her lipstick. I didn't like that sort of dark plum look on her. I think it just washed her out. And then with the silver dress, I think helped to further wash her out even more. I didn't like that weird mesh thing she had over her cleavage and neckline. I don't get why that was there. It kind of made her look ashy. I don't know, like the makeup made her look ashy. The choice of color of lip made her look ashy. And that weird mesh thing, why is it there? I don't understand. So my edit was very simple. I took away the mesh thing. And this one, I'm not too mad at my job on this one, because all I had to do was take away the mesh thing, and that changed it like 110% for me. I think it opened up her chest area, and it made her neck look longer. And she has such beautiful skin. I don't understand why you would put a gray mesh thing over your beautiful skin. Like, why are you doing that? I don't understand. So for me, taking that away, at first I thought the dress was ugly. Sorry. But then when I edited that out, I'm like, you know what? The dress isn't too bad, and it actually has a nice shape. But that stupid mesh thing, I don't know. Is it just me? Is it? Also, I sort of changed the color of her lipstick. It's very subtle. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I made it a little bit more red, a little bit more plum. I feel the lipsticks that she has just washes her out. It doesn't really do anything for her. I probably could have changed the color of her shoe, but I didn't know what to change it to. I'm not sure if I'm feeling the shoe. Overall, I just don't like this dress, especially in movement. It just kind of looks cheap and ill-fitted. Like I said before, I'm just kind of disappointed in Beverly Hills, because you guys are supposed to be the fashion ladies, and you're really not serving much. And finally, Dorit. As you can see, I didn't make an edit to her dress. Because here's the thing. I may not always like what Dorit is wearing, but I gotta give her props, because she does commit to her look from head to toe. This season, this reunion look, it's definitely a lot more simpler than what she would usually go for, but I'm not mad at it. First of all, the cut of the dress is absolutely stunning, right? And the pearl detailing on the dress is gorgeous, so I didn't really feel like messing around with it too much. And this dress I think this dress is supposed to be a ready-to-wear wedding dress. I don't know what that means, but that's what it's supposed to be. So if anything, I don't mind it being white, right? But it's like, okay, a white pearl dress, kind of predictable. It would have been interesting if these pearls, and I don't think anyone would do this, because why would you do this to pearls? If you would maybe paint these pearls a different color. What would have been nice? Maybe if it was a blush pink, right? Or like a rosy pink. All the pearls were rosy pink. That would have been interesting. Maybe the fabric underneath would have been a rosy pink. That could have, broke things up a little bit. Or, I don't know. In my head, I'm just thinking of red. A red pearl dress. Maybe that's a little too much. But I do like what she has going on. Her hair was alright. I get it was sort of that effortless, messy, chic, updo look. I wasn't mad at it, but yeah. And finally, Kathy. Kathy doesn't really count. She's a friend to the show. But I'm going to give her honorable mention. I think her dress, I was going to say don't like the dress, but that would be a lie. I think her dress would be nice to wear to a picnic, a summer picnic, right? Or backyard party or barbecue or whatever. It's a cute summer dress, right? But it doesn't scream reunion outfit to me. Sorry. But, she's a friend of the show, so I'm going to just rank the looks, right? From head to toe, I'm going to rank all their looks. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Lisa Rinna has the top look for me. The reason why she has the top look is for her hair and her makeup. And I love purple. You know, I do like the dress. I'm not crazy about the matchy tights. But I would say 90% of her outfit I do like, right? And it's a look. It is. I may not be 100% here for it, but at least she's tried to kind of go out of the box and give us something. And I do like people that take risks with fashion. So you're always going to get a little bit of brownie points for me, even though I may not like the execution of it. If you take a risk, I'm going to like it. And I think it paid off with Lisa Rinna. Her makeup looks amazing. Her hair looks amazing. She looks good. So she's the top look of the night for me. Second place is going to be Dorit. That dress, the cut of the dress is gorgeous. The pearls, you know, who doesn't like pearls, right? It's a gorgeous dress. The reason why she's in the second spot for me is the hair and the makeup. It isn't terrible, but it's kind of just meh. Like, I don't know, maybe I would like to see Erika's hair on Dorit, but then that's kind of predictable as well. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the hair and the makeup on Dorit, but I love the dress. So she gets the number 2 spot. Third spot, I'm gonna have to give it to Erika. Maybe, I don't know what it is. The dress is gorgeous. Well, to be honest, I don't like the cut of the dress, if I'm going to be completely honest. But the top part of the dress, I absolutely love. I absolutely love the color. I like Erika's hair. And Erika's makeup is, you know, it's simple, but it's good, right? She does look good. And I think because Erika is such a fashion girl, and I know she has served the looks throughout the season, I think when it comes to the reunion, I'm always, like, I have a higher expectation for Erika when it comes to the looks. And just every season, when it comes to the reunion, she doesn't look terrible, but she doesn't give what you would think she would give. So I guess because of that, I'm going to give her the 3rd spot. In 4th, see, you know, 4th spot is very difficult, because I'm not really liking what's left. So it's going to be the worst of the worst now. For 4th spot, it's between Kyle and Crystal, but I don't particularly like any of their looks. I'm going to give the edge to Kyle because, like I said before, I may not like the execution, but she did try to give us something. So I'm going to give brownie points for someone who at least tried to do something versus Crystal, who didn't really do much. It's not a bad dress. Like, if I had to choose which dress I would wear, I'm going to pick Crystal's dress. Like, I probably would feel very uncomfortable in Kyle's dress. But then when I look at the dress, I look at Kyle's hair and her little clips, it's like, okay, she tried to give us a vintage Dorit look. So and it's the reunion. So I'm sorry, I'm going to give Kyle 4th spot. Does Crystal deserve 5th, or does Sutton deserve 5th? This is a hard one. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to give Crystal the 5th spot. Yeah. I'm not crazy about this dress. It's just very boring. It's not really doing anything. But I'm gonna have to give her a 5th spot because when I look over to Sutton's dress, it literally looks like someone took a bedsheet and tied it up to the side. And I don't even like that color. I don't like the color of Crystal's dress either, but I'm going to go with my gut. Crystal 5th, Sutton, you're going to be the 6th spot. Like I said, it's not really doing much for me. I'm not really crazy about the earrings, but they look better in motion, Her hair is very simple. It's not, I mean, I'm not crazy about it, but I'm not mad at it. Her makeup, is very meh. Sorry, 6 spot to Sutton. I'm gonna give Garcelle, what are we? The 7th spot. I just don't. I think the dress looks cheap, to be honest. It looks poorly constructed. I really do not like that mesh thing. I don't. Her hair is. It's alright. It's not terrible, but I'm not a fan. And her makeup is like washes her out, doesn't do anything for her. I guess the same thing, like what I said about Erika, applies to Garcelle. Like, Garcelle is absolutely gorgeous. And because she is, you expect more from her. You expect her to do more. And it's like when she gives us this and you wear silver. Silver? Really? That's the best color to complement your skin? Of all the colors you could have wore, you wore silver? Like, you could have wore yellow, you could have wore a purple, you could have wore I don't know if you could have wore orange, because I'm looking at them as like, what is the color scheme? I do not know, but you could have wore something else. You could have wore a pink, but silver, I don't really think it does anything for her. I don't like the shoes. No, sorry. You're the last spot out of the Housewives. Now, if we're gonna include the Friends, Kathy is gonna get last place for me. Because it's not a terrible dress. Like, I would probably wear this dress. But I would wear this dress to go for a walk, go to a barbecue, go to a picnic. It's a nice summer dress. I would wear a straw hat with it and sandals. I wouldn't show up to a reunion with this look. So I'm giving her last spot because I just feel like it's inappropriate. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I mean, at least Crystal's dress kind of looks dressy. I mean, an office is a step up from a walk in the park. So Kathy's going to be last place. So it is what it is. Overall, I'm not really impressed with their looks, but you know what? It's not about their looks. It's about the drama. So that's everything, guys. Like, subscribe, comment down below. What do you think of my edits? Did I make it worse? Did I make it better? What do you think of their looks? That's everything, guys. See ya.